Alright, so welcome back to another gun build in Modern Warfare. Today we're actually going to be starting off with a different series I hopefully will be created. And now what this is really going to do, instead of building like game changing or like different stats and stuff for like certain builds for guns and things, normally like my gun builds, it's mostly just going to go over what styles and stuff, like to give you the best looking look for your gun and stuff, or the things that I've found. Now, where these videos are going to be mostly comprised of different variants and stuff of certain skins, or like the whole body or base load or body for the particular gun that we'll be going over. And it's essentially just, again, just to make styles and stuff. Now I'll go over detachments and stuff and what they really do, but it has nothing in particular of like what kind of role you want them to fit in, or what kind of like game breaking thing or anything that you actually would want them to do. It's purely just to go over the style. So today we're going to be going with the EBR-14 or the M14 DMR or marksman rifle. Now this is not the body that we're going to be using, but I just started off with the base version so you can kind of see what it looks like. But I'll go to the variants and stuff and I'll show you what the first body we're going to need. Now this is going to be more of an Arctic whiteout kind of showcase, I guess. Or that's kind of what we're going to be going for, is making it to where it is as white as possible. And we're going to start that with the newer or most recent kind of store-bought variant called the Romulus. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But what that will do, will give you a whole white and somewhat black looking color like this to your EBR-14. Makes it look awesome. Has that weird ghillie wrap on the scope, and it goes down to the barrel wraps around there. A silver compensator, tac laser, which is just like all black, and a sniper scope that goes along with the ghillie wrap, and the focus perk. Now what we are going to do, we're going to take off the muzzle or the compensator and the tac laser. We're going to keep the scope on, and actually, you know what, let's go ahead and take off focus too. So when you select Romulus, take off every single attachment except for the sniper scope. We're going to keep that because that keeps the ghillie wrap on there for the scope. As you can see here, if I go to the base version, it just takes it off. Or actually, I guess not for it in there. But I guess it just doesn't really blend in with the ghillie wrap. I mean, you have it on the back end, but nothing else. We have it on the front end, but not the back end. So we're going to keep it like that. Second, we want to go to the barrel, and we want to go to the Forge Tac Precision 22-inch barrel, which is the largest one you can get. And you want to go over to the variants, and you want to select the Stay Frosty variant if you have this equipped. Now what this will do, just kind of make it a little bit more chunkier, and it's a little bit more silver from like the light in right there, so it gives off an impression of it being a whiter color. So that's what we would want there, and that also gives you, like increased damage range itself. It just makes it more of a sniper. Again, I'm not really going to go over the details of the stats too much. The muzzle, we want to go down to the monolithic suppressor, and you want to go to the armory and select its variant. You want to have the moon phase variant. Now this will give it a weird whiteout kind of color. It goes along with the whole color scheme here, so that's the best for that. It's probably one of the best muzzle attachments you can get. So now we have a pretty good looking white body here. We can get it to look even better though. Go to the underbarrel, and we go to the bipod. Now normally on its own it's just black like this, but if you go down and we select the muck rake variant, it will have a little bit of like white frostiness underneath, kind of where the legs of the bipod is there, and that's what we want to select there. Because again, it's going with a weird like snowy kind of color to it. And that's essentially it for the body. That's all there is. Now the stock, that will always change the color of the gun. If I select it like that, it'll turn black, and it'll get rid of, the actual ghillie wrap there. And no matter what I do, it's going to get rid of that. Now, if you do have the moon phase set, I mean, you can select the white one here, and it'll make it look like that. But in my opinion, that kind of makes it to where it doesn't actually blend in too well with its rest of its body. So I just don't mess with the stock at all, and I just keep it looking like that. Now, for the last filler attachment, I would recommend either putting on the tac laser if you want to. This is it right here for the Romulus one. It's all blacked out. If you go to the default, it's just like a slider or a lighter or slightly lighter black finish to it. But if you want to go all black, you can do that. It looks a little bit more stylish. for the perks, maybe slide a hand, or you can put focus back on if you really want to be sniping with this. Or if you don't want to do that, presence of mind, where you can hold your breath for a straight minute, you know, ready to pick someone off, which is actually pretty good. If you're going to be running sniping, that's what you would want to do. And this is essentially it for the EBR-14 Arctic kind of set. Now you can also combo this, for example, with one of the operator skins. I already have an example of them here. Kruger. Let's see if we can actually load that is. He comes with his Yeti variant, which comes his own pack. It's called the Wendigo. It's a little pricey. I believe it is $20 to get. So a little bit harder to get, but I think we're really just going to be going over the gun. I'm just showing you what it would look like if you had like an Arctic kind of suit with your guy as well. So kind of, you know, fits all together there. And essentially this is it. Now, right now, and when this video is being made, we don't have any Arctic kind of maps or any kind of like wide out snowy maps or anything like that actually makes this stuff blend in with its environment. So right now, if you go out into like a big wide open field, you're a big white dot just sitting there that is incredibly easy to see. So you just stick out like a sore thumb, but you do look good. I mean, this gun is pretty cool looking in the actual game, and I'll be going over it like actually in the match there, and we'll jump back, or actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and throw in bot so you can see how it fires and how it handles. But again, it's not really going over how the gun performs. It's just the look of it. Now, it being a marksman rifle, it will take a total of 2 shots unless you hit someone in the head with it. So it is a little, not as hard hitting, but it still looks pretty neat. As you can see here, this is what it looks like. It looks pretty neat.
You are clear to engage all threats.
I'm gonna actually find an enemy here and shoot him.
We pulled ahead.
So I mean, it's supposed to be strong. 1 to 2 shots. Should kill them.
Care package inbound. Precision airstrike ready.
Pretty simple to do. I do have crane timer on, so the aim down sight speed's a lot faster, but it's usually about as slow as a sniper rifle decked out to be the fastest. And the reload speed is a lot slower. Like that, and that's the whole aim down sight speed right there on base. This is kind of a showcase on what it will look like. I'll go over the build. It's somewhat similar to the EBR-14 and M14. I mean, again, this is just a series I'm gonna be setting up just for the looks of the gun. It's nothing really too special. It's just ways that, you know, you can make your gun look really dang good if you want to be stylish. And just flex on people on how good your gun looks. And in my opinion, this right here is probably one of the best guns I've actually built, so this is why it's going to be the first one up on the list. And again, I have the M4 ready to be made, or its video ready to be coming out right after this. And then after that, I believe there's going to be an M13 I'll be setting up for the first 3 videos.
Sehr gut.
Care package inbound.
Alright, I mean, like, so there you go. I mean, these are going to be mostly the short videos. It's just going to show you how to build them, play test them a little bit, showcase them with the inspect and stuff. And that's really it. Hopefully you guys enjoy these things, or these kind of builds. I do post the builds as well on Instagram, so if you want to go by there and check that out, go ahead. Mostly that's where I put most of my gun builds and stuff, or let you know when I'm going to be releasing a video, or having like certain sessions and stuff started up, so if you subscribers actually you know, watch my videos and stuff, you can join in and, you know, actually play. So you can actually find
Enemy
it.
at the fortress.
Again, find bosses for fire practice so you can see how it shoots.
All right.
That's it from shooting from the waist or from the hip.
Care package inbound.
So again, there we go. That's essentially it. I hope you guys enjoy these videos and stuff, and hopefully this will, you know, get a couple more videos out there, because I do have quite a bit of awesome looking builds that are on standby right now. Come on. Now, some of these builds you won't be able to make like right away. Again, normally these things are for variants and stuff, so you would either have to unlock them through certain variants and stuff through challenges, or for the most part, some of I'll let you know now that the ones that I actually make aren't really that expensive. They usually come in like the slightly cheaper sections of the store-bought, you know, bundles and stuff, like the $10 or $5 kind of deal.
Care package
Now
inbound.
some of them will have certain skins on them that you'd actually have to unlock. That's a lot easier to get. Like, you know, the 50 headshots kind of deal, get the certain deal. You know, the typical camos and stuff that you'd overlay, which the M4 will be going over in a little bit for our next video. Straight up teamwork from the bots here. So there we go, EBR-14 whiteout. That's what I'm gonna be calling it, I guess, or Arctic White. And that's essentially it. One of the best looking guns I've actually built.
Enemy at the warehouse.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.